Hey folks, and welcome to another unboxing. This is a Pixelbook from Google. They just sent me this. It's getting a little dark, as you can see. We're running out of light, but so I wanted to kind of squeeze that in here real quick. Sent me the Pixelbook, sent me the Pixelbook pen. So let's unbox this and take a look, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna just lift this very slowly. It's gonna take a second. It's coming. Oh, there we are. Phew. So just so you know, this is what the case says. This is says not for sale because it's a review unit. They sent me the i5, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs. You see that? Yeah, silver. There's a bunch of stuff on this end. Barcodes. That's the box. Nothing up here. And I love that they have a profile. Check it out. They have a profile of the Pixelbook here, and just the Google Assistant logo here on this side. So that's what the top looks like. And then when we open it, we get a Pixelbook. And this, I think this was supposed to be the other way. Maybe when I looked at it earlier, I know I did look at it. I'm sorry. I screwed that up. So here we go. Let's have a look. Pixelbook, some adapters. I presume that's the charger, or maybe not. That's the charger. So first there's a little booklet here. It says, let's get started. And it says how to get to know your Pixelbook, and it says be safe. So there we go. Learn more. Aha, here we go. Plug in your Pixelbook to charge. Open your Pixelbook and turn it on fully on screen, just like a normal Chromebook, of course. Very nice. Now, you guys probably don't know this, but I'm a huge Chromebook fan, right? I'm a fangirl of Chromebooks. I've been using them since day one. I had the original kind of dev kitty home Chromebook. Then I got the first Samsung one. That was the very first one they made. And then, of course, I've had both Pixels, the Chromebook Pixels, before the Pixels were called phones. I have the 2013 model with LTE and the 2015 model, the newer one with USB Type-C. So you bet I'm super stoked about this thing. So, manuals, right? Let's take a look at the power brick. This is USB Type-C charger, so pretty big power one because it's probably like 85 watts or 60 watts or something. Pretty awesome. And then there's a very long, thankfully, a very long USB-C to USB-C cable. So here, I don't want it to unravel, but I want to show you that it's USB-C, right? USB-C to USB-C, yeah, of course. And let's stick it back in there. I don't want it unraveling. All right, so I'm going to put this back and put this back maybe this way. It looks prettier. And put this back in here like that. And I'm going to pull this out. But before I do, let's open this little accessory box here. Dun, da, da, da. So, Pixelbook pen, serial number, it just says, inside, and a quadruple A battery, very, very small. So, there we go. We've got another little manual pouch with, again, a let's get started and a be safe. And the let's get started is unscrew and put the battery in, tap the screen, and press and hold the button for Google Assistant. Easy peasy. So this is new to me. I haven't had a Chromebook with a pen. This is the first, I think. Pretty sure it's the first. So there's the pen. And I wish I could compare it to an Apple Pen. I don't have an Apple Pen, but it looks about the same size. Feels really nice. It's pretty light. I suppose that once you add the battery, it'll be nicer, heavier, heftier. And the tip is black, as you can see here. So I'll play with this later. There's a battery in here, obviously, the quadruple A. I'm not quite sure how you get it out. I might need some fingernails for this. Somebody want to lend me some fingernails here? Yeah, this is not going to happen. I'm going to do this offline. I don't want to destroy anything. It's just a quadruple A battery. It's kind of slightly smaller and thinner than a triple A. Okay, but what we came for here really is this guy, right? Oh man. I don't know if you've seen this in unboxings or review videos, but it's insanely thin for a laptop. Basically, look at how thin this is. I'll give you a point of reference on how thin it is. Here's a Samsung Note 8. So I got the Samsung Note 8 on top here. That's how thin it is. All right, that's insanely thin. Okay, so they say actually that the thickness of this is the same as the keyboard part without when you open the screen on the old Chromebook Pixel. Underneath, it looks very symmetric to the top, right? And here's the other side with some buttons. So let's just do this. Okay, I'm gonna do it so that you guys can all see it. Here we are. You ready? Whoa! Oh, and there's tiny little bit of adhesive there and there. And there it is, freed from its plastic prison. Oh yeah, that is a sexy thing. All right, let me move this out of the way so we can actually look at this as best we can. Close up. This, by the way, some of you noticed I didn't show you the back. The back is cool because it's blue. Blue. And it says turns heads, and you know what? It does. So kudos to Google for that. All right. So that's the Pixelbook. This is aluminum here. This is glass, or maybe just, you know, acrylic, but it's definitely glass-like. I think it'd be nice if it was actually glass. Little Google logo here, and you just lift here to open it, and it's not well balanced. I really don't like laptops that do that. MacBooks do it too. So you do have to hold the bottom half to open it. So here we go. Now Chromebooks start the moment you open them, usually. And so here's the keyboard, and hello world. Wow, this feels great. It's shallow, but it has more key travel than my MacBook 12-inch. And the trackpad is glass, and it's not haptic. It really clicks. And then there's these rubber wrist rests here. And then this part here, this is all aluminum. This part here is raised a little bit. The keys are plastic. They look like rubber, gray rubber, but they're actually plastic. And then there's a screen. And unfortunately, my camera is a little too far to show you, but that is the screen. And I'm going to turn it on right now so you can see what the screen looks like. Let's see if it starts up. It might be completely discharged, in which case I have to plug it in. Yeah, it's, I'm trying different buttons here. Yeah, this is a volume rocker I'm trying. That's not going to help. Let's see if there's a power button. On most Chromebooks, there's a power button right here. But the power button's on the edge here, and it's not turning on. So I think I need to charge this guy. Anyway, let you know once I charge it. But basically, the thing that I can tell about the display right away is that there's quite a bit of bezel here, right? It ends right about there, where my finger is, right all the way around about a ½ inch. There's a front-facing camera, of course, up here. Now let's look at the bottom real quick. There's these cool screws here. And as you can see, there's a hinge with a integrated rubber feet. And this is also rubber, like the palm rest above, with, of course, a little rubber foot. And so this, you know, presumably if you unscrew this, and there might be 2 more screws under the rubber here, you can remove this lid, this aluminum lid, and get to the insides of it. Not that you would, because I don't think anything's upgradable in here. So edges, let's have a look at the edges. On the left side, you have what looks like maybe an LED or maybe a microphone, USB Type-C, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. It's really interesting to me that both Apple and Google's laptops have 3.5mm jacks, but their phones don't have 3.5mm jacks, okay? In the front, there's nothing but, as you can clearly see, the rubber, what is it called? Palm rest here, trackpad palm rest. That's why it's a little black there, because that's where the glass is. It's recessed. And this is the cutout, so you can lift the lid. And then on the right-hand side, you have another USB-C port with potentially a power LED or a microphone or something. This is actually cool because you can charge it on either side. And then in the back, you've got the hinge. And the hinge is an interesting design because remember, this is the first Chromebook where you can do this. Let me show you. Actually, you can go all the way flat and even continue in the other direction because it is actually a 2-in-1 and it is a tablet in this mode. So now I've got it in tablet mode, as you can see here. And then if I flip it over, you know, nothing happens because this is just useless. But here's a cool design trick. These two parts of the hinges that are rubberized are rubber feet, and these palm rests are rubber. So when it's, you know, used as a tablet, it doesn't slip. It stays on. My table's slightly inclined here, so it stays on. It's great. Like, it's not going anywhere. So super good design. This is super sleek. I'm going to be using it mostly as a laptop, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'll use the pen much or anything like that. But hey, it's sexy. I can't wait to use it. Stay tuned for my verdict and my thoughts on my podcast. Remember, these videos are here to supplement the podcast. mobiletechpodcast.com is where you'll find the podcast. The RSS feed is there. You need to visit that URL with a web browser. You can't just put that URL on your podcast app. Get the RSS feed, put that in your podcast app, or on iTunes, or on Pocket Casts. I say we because it's the royal we. Yeah, subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends about the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. Thumbs up this video if you like it. Yeah, Pixelbook, I'm super stoked. So stay tuned for more soon. And yeah, this is the pen. There you go. I'll just put it on here so it's pretty. Cheers, folks. Bye-bye.